So you may have some cash savings in a bank account or an ISA and you think it's doing really well. But what about inflation? Are you actually losing money because of inflation? And there may be another issue called tax. Louise, what do people need to be thinking about here?
Even though you may feel you have your money in a risk-safe environment, it isn't. What about the risk of tax and inflation slowly and quietly hidden away, eating at that money and taking away all those hard-earned and hard-worked for amounts of cash that you were hoping to use later on in life, maybe even to make more investments at some point in the near future?
So what is this video about and who are we trying to help? Well, you, as it turns out. Otherwise, why do the video? What I want to know, first of all, is what types of investments are you making right now? Please put that in the comments box. Let's have a conversation to see what you feel about those investments as well. What are they returning you? Please drop that comment in as well. So if you're a cautious and curious investor, whether you're kind of thinking, what should I do next? Well, this is a great video for you to watch. Indeed, if you're in your 30s and you're looking to grow your wealth for you or for your family, or indeed you're slightly older like me, and you're looking to pass on your wealth to your children, again, this is a great video for you. And then finally, if you want information without the jargon, great, this is a perfect video for you as well. Additionally, if you want to talk about our tax services, how we can help you build your wealth without the taxation, feel free to use that QR code. The link will be in the description box below as well. So Lou, let's go into what people are doing right now.
Well, this is possibly akin to perhaps what your grandparents might have talked about, but we're all guilty to a degree of hoarding. Hoarding cash because it feels safe. Right now, the world is an unusual place with stocks and shares going all over the shop, tariffs aplenty, and crazy things going on around the world. Maybe now cash is the best thing to do and perhaps stick it under the mattress. What about people who are avoiding the stock market because it just feels precarious? Is IA going to help? Is it going to make the world worse? Who knows? But actually, let's keep away from that awful, pesky stock market until we've got a better understanding. And then finally, those who are throwing caution to the wind because of fantastic returns, and they're not too good to be true. Are they? Well, maybe there are high-risk investments that you think actually the way they're presenting are low risk. Look at some of those wonderful development opportunities where you could earn the equivalent of 1% per month by putting your money in an ultra-safe development opportunity that within 6 months has gone bust. Risk needs to be looked at carefully in those kinds of investments.
Yeah, and tell us if you've had that kind of thing happen to you where you've put money into an investment, it's not kind of gone right. Feel free to share your stories. You know, we've got to learn from one another in this precarious world, as you called it. So share your story. Disclaimer, we are not financial advisors, okay? We are not regulated by the FCA. We are tax advisors, but we do help you build your wealth without the taxation. And we are providing you with education and information to make some better decisions for you. Now, ultimately, you will want to use an IFA. We've got our own wealth managers at MG Wealth in Derbyshire. They do a great job for us. And maybe they could do it for you as well. So let's talk about bad generic advice. And the first thing I will say to you is that cash is safe. Well, ultimately, it's not. Let's think about inflation. And inflation is what? At 3%? It's sure more than 2%, which is the government target. It's currently 3.8, 3.9% or something like that. It's probably more of a rate than your savings account is getting. So really, if you look future, how much is your cash really worth? Maybe if you've got £10,000 saved away, you think, well, £10,000, I'll save that for a rainy day. That may not be worth £10,000 in the future. It may only be worth £8,000 for the time that you actually want to spend that money. So cash is not always safe because of inflation. And indeed, you've got this issue of taxation. If you're earning interest from a bank and you've not got it in an ISA, you will also be subject to tax. So take inflation and tax into account before you make any decisions about your future investments.
Don't be a magnet for tax, is what we would say to you. The second thing is taking bad generic advice. Generic advice? Oh no, I don't take that, we all say. But actually, sometimes we do, and we don't realise we've taken it in from newspapers, advertisers, marketplace environments that share information supposedly with us. They're not necessarily always true or necessarily fact-based. Stock market, that's gambling, isn't it? That's not the case necessarily, and you've probably got less risk if you're looking at perhaps a portfolio of shares in a fund compared to simply choosing one fund or one particular share type and sticking with it. But the angels are always in the details. Care needs to be taken when making big decisions.
And if you're feeling overwhelmed as a curious and cautious investor, then why not join us for our webinar? The QR code is shown on there and the link in the description box as well, where we'll be talking about the types of people that you may be, what kind of buckets you're in, and what type of investments might be right for some people and compared to others. We'll also be talking about the tax structures you should use to minimize taxation, because that's where we are specialists in. So feel free to join us for that. And finally, property can't go wrong, can it? Well, as Louise talked about earlier, property developments have gone south in a big way in some cases. But we should also look at the fact that property can also go wrong for income tax purposes. Section 24, we got this huge amount of relief that we used to have for mortgage interest. We had 10% wear and tear allowance. We had all sorts of allowances for furnished holiday lets. That's all gone now. So you've got to think about it from a property side of things. Is it risky? Because you've got now new Section 21. You've got the legislation attacking us. I'm not saying property is doom and gloom. I'm just saying you need to think about other types of investments, not just buy-to-let property. Have a portfolio of investments, which we strongly think you should consider. Again, do join us for that growth online webinar that you can attend for free using that QR code, and the link will be in the description box below.